Well, good afternoon. It's time for Monday Football 1:30. I've been away for 2 weeks and I can tell you that it's been very interesting where I was. I was in a place called Beijing in China. I ate everything from frog legs to boiled snails to everything else. But it's very delicious, that much I can tell you. In studio today, very exciting times. We've got a whole team of Nakumatt FC joining us in studio. We'll be talking much more about that. But remember, our biggest talking point today is Harambee Stars versus Zambia yesterday. That's where our question is. Who is to blame for that poor performance by Harambee Stars? We lost 2-1 to the Chipolo Polo of Zambia, and the question is, who is to blame for that poor performance? But a lot more coming up in the show. Wahiga, where are you?
Right, I'm over here, and of course we've got an exciting show lined up. The hashtag is Monday Football, and I'm at this corner next to the Xbox section. Today we've got a tale of two M's. We've got Moses and Marvin. I always remember Marvin's name because the first time he came with a Marvin. This time he doesn't. And they picked a pattern. They're both in white. I don't know what that's all about. Real Madrid versus Barcelona. It's El Clasico happening right now. They've been playing for 45 minutes. It's still 0-0. We'll be coming back to take a look at that later. And of course, on the ones and twos, DJ Crossfade, you heard a bit of him a bit earlier on. But DJ, do something real tight for us just to get the mood going on in studio today. DJ lazima tafute ngoma, He feels that, hey, I tell you, the job of a DJ is very hard, but I think he's got it. Thank you so much. Mike, back to you. I know guys are waiting for me to dance, maybe at the end of the show.
At the end of the show, yeah? That's a promise, you know.
Good. In fact, I'm told that it should actually be back to me because it's time for us.
I'm coming back to you, but there's something I forgot.
Right. Go ahead, Mike.
I don't like this thing of Nipatie Jazia, Manu, Nipatie Jazia, Arsenal. The ones I'm giving out are here. Down here. If you could get that shot, Buona Director, there are three. Real Madrid, Man City, Juventus. You want that shirt? Tell me which one you want. But remember, the hashtag is Monday Football. I'm only looking for the answers from that hashtag. Hashtag Monday Football. If you tweet at Michael Kinyi shauri yako. Mimi nitatafuta kwa hashtag Monday Football. Tell me who is to blame for the debacle of Harambee Stars yesterday. Use hashtag Monday Football. If you want a jersey, tell me the one that you want there. Wahiga.
Right, I know many are asking, where's Bernard Ndong? He's traveled. But he'll be back soon. He's in the beautiful land of Congo Brazzaville, and of course we will have more stories from him during the course of the day and the week as well. But for now, let's take a look at what you can expect coming up right here on Monday Football. Well, first things first, obviously the big story of the day. We've known them as Harambee Stars, but now they are more of Harambee Stress. We'll revisit yesterday's painful game and welcome your suggestions on what is the way forward. Well, the team that stays together wins together. Find out how over 150 Zambia fans flew in yesterday on a chartered flight just to support their team. Now, Sam Nyamoya's campaign poster goes up in flames. Find out why in just a bit. And finally, if you think it was a bad weekend for the Harambee Stars, then spare some sympathy for Bafana, who lost despite having Africa's best league.
Well, we get straight into that story, and the Harambee Stars lost 2-1 to the Chipolo Polo, the Copper Bullets of Zambia, yesterday at the Nyayo National Stadium. It was a perfect start for the Harambee Stars. They scored first through Michael Olunga in the 13th minute, but the wheels came off just before halftime.
Big ball into the area. Oh, Lunga has robbed the goalkeeper a bit and he puts it in the net. And Harambee Stars open the scoring here. Well, he's got a few advantages, the youngster. He's got long legs, he's got height as well, and he's got the entire Kenyan nation behind him. So Michael over Paul Were, who seems to have strained something. The shot puts the ball into the net, and this one comes from Winston Kalengo. A lovely shot. How would you analyze it?
Well, it's in the summer.
There's another goal by the Zambian side that the defenders will be blaming themselves for. And I think the concentration of that laughing at everybody is celebrating it on the other side. The big man himself is celebrating it. Collins Mbesuma. And Arnold Origi is crestfallen at the moment. The Zambia Chipolopolo flag is flying high. Mbesuma is a man you'll never write off. Very long one by Robinson Olunga. Helps it towards the area. It's cleared by two men who are standing on the line. Good defending from the Zambia Chipolopolo side. The experience telling them that it could be going there. But the young Sir Michael Olunga has got the advantage of height and power as well. Looking for a chance to shoot. The interception coming in from Sinkala. Another chance for a cross. The referee says it's already run off the field of play.
Well, that's more like it on the part of Harambee Stars. Michael Olunga leading in attack and really causing anxiety in the Zambia defense.
And decides to drop it into the area. Olunga, the taller of the two men in that box, would easily beat Katebe in the air. Goes for the header, it's on target, but he doesn't have the power. It doesn't beat Kennedy Mwene. This is a very big one towards the area, straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Oh, Mwene looking very comfortable and very confident in that goal, frankly. Still trying to push his way in. Finding some space for David Owino. Then it's headed into the area when it comes off his line to take it away from Joanna Omolo, who was not expecting it, and sends it further forward. Kalengo, I think at the moment, is being run out by Brian Mandela. Goes out for a goal kick. Locked in by Timbe again. Mwene has his hand onto it. It goes out onto the right side. And then Olunga drops it back into the area. Mwene recovers on time to pick it up. Mandela and Mwene, of course, know each other very well. One playing for Mamelodi Sundowns and the other one playing for Maritzburg United. Moving on his feet, but left foot. And then leaves it out to David Owino to bring in the crosser. Enough men try to go for it. Alan Wanga, the latest. The shot is deflected and goes off the field of play for a corner. They are appealing for a handball. But you know what, about this time, the players will appeal for anything.
That deflections can be dangerous, and on this one, just unlucky.
And Chipolopolo Zambia take.
Well, time to take a look at other stories making headlines, and of course still related with yesterday's match, where ahead of that match, Kenyan football fans were hopeful as they turned up in large numbers at the Nyayo National Stadium. The fans came from all walks of life, and with minutes to kick off, the queues were still long in the ticketing booths. For the first time in a very long time, the Nyayo National Stadium was filled to capacity as Kenyans came out to cheer the Harambee Stars.
In the whole world, and of course in reference to what has been produced, is back in the Harambee Stars and is actually in the starting lineup for today's. It was very interesting to see Dennis Oliech. Color that is visiting is green, orange, black, and embedded in a little more than that as well. That makes up the colors of the Zambian team.
Well, and Zambia enjoyed massive support at the Nyayo National Stadium from their fans that filled a section of that particular stadium. The Chipolopolo fans were very organized, as 160 of them were sent to Nairobi to cheer their team. Those fans were sponsored by the Zambia FA and also the Zambia government. The fans taught the Kenyans a thing or two about cheering their team. As first, they had the Chipolopolo colors on, then they sang the entire 90 minutes, even when their team was trailing 1-0. Kenya, on the other hand, had fans in different colors, most of them being conspicuous in the green army jerseys.
Well, has got their host of traveling fans who've come to the stadium to ready themselves for this match today. The Kenyan fans are putting it, and the long-distance expectations of the Zambian nation, represented, of course, by those who have.
Well, I know, Mike, there's lots and lots of feedback we're getting. You have some tweets, maybe?
Yes, I've got a lot of feedback coming in, and I'll start off with Omengo Vike at K. Omengo says the coach is to blame. How does he do a substitution when the opponent is attacking? Then San Jose at its Njoro says the defense is to blame for Harambee Stars' loss against Zambia. Great improvement in attack, especially from Olunga. Then Eric Musango says, at Eric Musango, the defenders were to blame in yesterday's game. They were very weak. Valence Kadenge Says, I need a Juventus jersey, Monday Football. What's your reaction? I ignore you like that. FK Mwanzia says, all of the Harambee Stars defense is to blame for yesterday's game. Then this one is V Sugi. TR7 at V Sugi says, Mike Nipatie jersey Juventus, Stars losing to Chipolopolo is like Southampton losing to Arsenal. Wow, okay. Juventus jersey gone. That one is to Mwanzia. No, not to Mwanzia, it's to TR7 at V Sugi. Nimetoa vile nimeambiwa na director. Tuendelee Wahiga.
Right, I'm going to also be giving away one jersey. I don't know which one I'll give away, but on 22422. So you have to SMS us with a comment about yesterday's game. 22422 is the SMS line, and I'll give away. What do I give, Mike? Are you going to give me the Real Madrid jersey? Which one? Or whoever it is, then we select from there.
You know, we still have an argument on Real Madrid to go, eh?
Okay.
Yes. I told you that Manchester United will not sign Sergio Ramos.
And I told you that Real Madrid will not sign David De Gea.
But he's already signed a pre-contractual agreement.
No, we'll talk
he's technically a Real Madrid player.
But he's not donning the gloves for you. Mike will talk about that later. I was happy to see him remain at United. That's a story for another day. But meanwhile, on to other stories now. And with FKF elections around the corner, candidates for the top seat took advantage of the Harambee Stars match to campaign among football fans and, of course, the FKF delegates. Now, led by incumbent Sam Nyamweya, the candidates were busy. Sam Nyamweya even printed a banner saying, Team Nyamweya Tena. But at halftime, with the Harambee Stars trailing 2-1, the two banners on different sides of the stadium were set ablaze by fans. Others, like Nick Mwendwa, bought 500 tickets and 20 jerseys for fans and distributed them through the media. Why ban a poor poster? That's the question. What has the poster done to you? I don't think that's necessary. But anyway, you can tell that we're in election period when it comes to Kenyan football. Now, staying with that FKF story, the campaigns are slowly gathering pace in different parts of the country. Barely 2 weeks after his life ban from football was lifted, Hussein Terry, who is the NEC member from Mombasa, is on the campaign trail. Now, yesterday he was endorsed by Coast Clubs for the FKF vice presidency in the upcoming elections. FKF North Coast Secretary Raphael Mwalungo was endorsed for the Coast NEC member position, while Jacob Odundo Kabanze was endorsed to go for the Nairobi NEC position.
Well, like we promised at the beginning of the show, we have Nakumatt FC in studio. Nakumatt FC plays in the FKFPL. That is the 18-team FKFPL. And I'm not sure if it's 4 teams or if it's 6 teams that will climb from that league to go into the KPL for next season. But next season, KPL will be called FKFPL. Don't get confused. For now, we stick to FKFPL, where Nakumatt are playing. And we don't know if it's 4 or it's 6 that will go up to make 18 or 16. That's a question, sorry for another day. But assistant team manager Kelvin Obwanda, as long as Albert Wesonga joins us in the studio right now, we'll talk just a little bit about Nakumatt. I'll start with Kelvin. Yes. Tell me, with only 4 teams or 6 teams climbing up, in your position right now, are you confident you'll make it to the top tier next season?
There are 10 matches remaining, and we're hopeful that in the 10 matches we're going to pull something spectacular in the 10 matches. Yeah.
It's been a long journey, eh?
Yeah.
What's the difference between, I remember, was it 3 months ago? You're doing really bad. Where were you 3 months ago and where are you now?
3 months ago we were number 18, and now we are number 6. It was unfortunate we lost a match on Saturday, which if we could have won the match, we could have been number 4. And now we are pick on from that. We are waiting for the next match on Saturday.
You lost 1-0, yes?
Yeah.
What contributed to that loss? I expected you to win that game. It's a home game.
The preparation was well, but a little bit of defensive lapse made us consider a very stupid goal. Yeah.
And what's been the difference in those 3 months between when you're number 18 and when you climb up to number 6?
The motivation has been high, and since we raised up the bar of motivation, the players are more vigilant in playing, and we have only lost 2 matches since then. And I think with the same motivation, the 10 matches you're going to pull something spectacular.
Wesonga, you are called the Man City of FKFPL. Why is that?
Yeah, thank you, Okinyi. I fail to understand why we are called Man City.
Because you're signing players everywhere. You're competing with KPL in signing the top players.
To me, I don't see that one making sense, because so far, if you compare our signing and maybe any other club from our level, maybe I tend to imagine that maybe we took the heart of FC Leopard, that's in Mbalambala and the Kasaya. That's why you people see as if we are the Manchester City of the Kenya, or of this league. But in reality, we are just like any other team, and we are only trying to strengthen the weaknesses that we have been having, and to see whether we can make it to the top level next year.
What was the attracting factor? Because I know every team that is signing players, there's usually something that the players have seen that will make them join the team. For Nakumatt FC, what is that carrot that you dangle to these players for them to accept to move from AFC Leopards to Nakumatt?
Basically, to me, I'll say that's a personal agreement, or a mutual agreement. Because when we approached Mbalambala and Kasaya and the liking of Msoti, they also had the passion maybe to play for our team. And if you compare the structure and the way our sponsors are supporting us, they are really serious about this team, and they really want us to be in the top level. So I think out of our approaching or talking to these players, maybe they made up their minds that they should come and join us. Yeah.
Kelvin, you have a gym right next to your training ground.
Yes.
How did that come about? I don't think there's any team that has a gym. Actually, in this country, there's no team with its own gym except Nakumatt FC.
First of all, we have a foreign coach from Italy. He came up with a different mentality about football. Recently, I've been on a trip to Italy, and we are trying to compare how he has tried to bring the mentality to Kenya. In fact, the pitch, it's small, but the style of play in Italy is very convenient, the same pitch that we have. And now I think pole other teams will join our crusade against changing Kenyan football. Yeah.
What impact has that gym had? How many times do you do the gym sessions in a week?
Mostly on Monday, after the matches, on Sunday or Saturday, on Monday and Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay. Wesonga, you went to Italy. I'm interested to know what was the itinerary when you went to Italy, because one day woke up and you were told Nakumatt by the way are not around. They've gone to Italy. Not even KPL teams, not even the national team goes out of this country for any type of preparation.
Okay. That's just as I've said, Okinyi. If you want to know the seriousness of, about the sponsor, the way he wants us to move, those are the kind of motivations that he gives into players, so that maybe players can see the sense out of it. And even like right now, if you happen to approach maybe another player from the KPL, he will still tell you maybe out of the motivation that he has seen other players getting, like going to Italy and maybe gym from our training department or training place. It shows that this team actually is really serious.
What did you do in Italy when the team went to Italy? How many days were you there, and what was the program there?
The team traveled for Italy for 4 days, and out of these 4 days we were to play, actually it was about 5 days. Out of these 5 days we had to play 4 matches, and these 4 matches, Perugia was one of the best team that is in Italy, and I'm sure you know about it.
Yes.
And out of the performance that we got from the team or the opponents, the results were convincing because we played to a barren draw. And apart from the Perugia, we also played 3 other clubs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get more about Nakumatt FC. We'll be talking to the players at some point. Remember, Quickfire will be coming at the end of the show, and we'll pick out one player to answer the questions. All the questions are being formulated from this show, and the answers will be right in the show. Wahiga.
Right, Mike, a quick question here. My director keeps telling me to approach the ice box. I'm not sure what the ice... I know there's an Xbox.
Yes.
I'm not sure. So since the show began, he's been telling me Caribbean Icebox.
So icebox.
I'm telling a drink, something, I'm thirsty.
Cooler box or icebox?
I don't know what it is, Mike, but I know I'm at the Xbox corner. I hope that's what he meant. And what we have on the screen is Real Madrid versus Barcelona. We have our own El Clasico right here in studio. And right now I can see Real, unfortunately, are leading 1-0. You can tell where my interests lie. So let's just get a word here from our guys. I'll interrupt their game briefly, quickly, because we're going to halftime right now. Before we take the halftime break, guys, how's it been going for you? We can start with you, Moses.
Okay, I can say it is fine. I've played with Marvin several times. Marvin has been a good player, and I can see the goodness is still continuing.
Okay.
I've won one match, and we're still continuing with the next one.
Good. Marvin, I want to hear about you, the uniform you guys came with today. What's the plan?
It wasn't planned. It's just...
Have you joined the Kenya Boys Choir? No, you haven't.
It's pure coincidence.
Okay.
Yeah, about the game. As it is, I'm leading, but he's won the first match.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it will be a tough time.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I want to be good in the Xbox, do I need to throw away my comb, right? And grow my hair and not comb it. Is that one of the characteristics of being good in this game?
The other day, Mike told you that akili ni nywele. So I think it's a hint. He gave us a hint, yeah.
Good. So, okay, of course, we'll let you continue. But so far, who's winning overall today?
Overall, he's on one. We have played 2 matches.
So it's 1-0.
1-0.
And this other, the nil, of course, is the game that's going on.
Yeah, the nil is the game that's going on.
Good. Okay, we'll get back to them after the break and be able to see what's going on. But for now, I believe it's time for us to also take a break in studio. And 45 minutes done, we'll be back with the remaining 45 minutes. We'll be telling you what's been happening in regards to Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. We've got transfer news as well. And also Quickfire, where Mike Okinyi gives some money away, money for shopping, so to speak, considering we're hosting Nakumatt FC here in studio. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break.
I know you're beautiful.